just needed an opening.
Okay, we're checking out another forest road. We're in the Teton National Forest, and we are going to go see if we can find a campsite up here. Special shout out to Patrick from Travels with Delaney. He saved our bacon tonight. We stopped in between the two parks, Yellowstone and Teton, and we had no service whatsoever. We didn't know where we were going to stay tonight. We stopped at this convenience store that had Wi-Fi, and we jumped on Wi-Fi, but the only thing that I could access was Facebook. I couldn't access any websites for my apps that I use. I couldn't access my GPS. It wouldn't pull up. Nothing. Couldn't look at free campsites or all stays. And so Patrick to the rescue, I just messaged him and magically Messenger worked. And I said, can you please send me the GPS coordinates or give me directions to this area that you guys camped at? And he's like, sure. And sent me all the information and directions. And so here we are. We're hoping there's a spot for us here, but we found it.
This is Monopoly.
Oh, you made a Monopoly game?
Yeah, it's for everybody. We got 5 characters.
Well, we know electronics means they get to use their imaginations.
Gonna do it? Monopoly. Use your $500.
You're a hero, Hubs.
Just another day in the beautiful Teton Range.
That we cannot see at all.
Well, we saw them last night. We had the most epic campground. I just wish the weather was cooperating, but this is how it goes. You know, sometimes it goes this way. It just means we'll have to take a contract up here at some point in time because I would really love to be able to see and hike in this area.
The Tetons should be right there. They're pretty epic looking, but they're completely covered right now. Oh, sad.
It's rained for like a week.
I know. Terrible.
A whole week. Aaron and I are standing in the beautiful visitor center of the Craig Thomas Educational Center, Visitor Center for Grand Teton National Park, and it's just an epic view. Despite the fact that we don't have an amazing view here, this visitor center is beautiful and amazing. This is one of the first ones. It's the Southern Visitor Center. It's very, very nice inside. A fun scavenger hunt for the kids. Highly recommend it.
I promise to appreciate and protect Grand Teton National Park.
If you use your imagination really, really hard.
Yes.
I know. Such a bummer.
I really wanted to see them too.
Yep. Oh, got a wildlife in the background. Woo, there he goes.
Sometimes things don't work out for a reason. Since we didn't spend so much time at the Tetons, we had enough time to stop at Rocky Mountain National Park. Now, we've been there many times before, but this time was extra special. Having lived in Colorado for 5 years, we're pretty biased to the Rocky Mountains. Every time we go through them, we feel a spark of excitement and a joy and sense of belonging that we haven't found anywhere else in the entire country.
What if the wild and ferocious chipmunk of the Rockies comes and asks you for food? Do you give food to the chipmunk of the Rockies?
No.
Why not? They're always hungry.
Because they can feed themselves.
There you are. Excellent. Very good. You are officially junior rangers here at Rocky Mountain National Park.
Good job, guys. Yay. We are about to do something really exciting.
Yes, we've been here to Rocky Mountain National Park several times, as we used to live in Colorado, and we love it here, and we love Estes Park, but every time we visited, we've never been able to go up Old Fall River Road.
Yep.
And we are about to do it at sunset.
In the minivan.
In the minivan.
Why not?
She's done a lot worse.
She has. So it's a gravel road. It's 9 miles one way, very steep, switchbacks, blah, blah, blah. It's right up our alley.
Epic views.
So
Epic views.
Yep.
And it's always been closed due to winter weather and snow and ice. And so who cares if we're not here in the 4-wheel drive? We're doing it.
we're doing it.
Hear me out. I'm telling you now, we're gonna go all the way up. Cause we got it all figured it out. For the both of us, we've been rolling out, top down. Telling you now, we're gonna go all the way up. Cause we got it all figured it out. For the both of us, we've been rolling out, top down.
A little bit of history. This was the very first road that was built through Rocky Mountain National Park, and it is left much the same as it was in 1920. Now think about driving on this road in 1920, and we're right next to a sheer drop-off. There's no guardrails. It's one way, tiny road. Oh, that is awesome. That is so cool. You can see the other road down there. Don't try to like.
Telling you now, we're gonna go all the way up. Cause we got it all figured it out. For the both of us, we've been rolling out, top down. Telling you now, we're gonna go all the way up. Cause we got it all figured it out. For the both of us, we've been rolling out, top down.
Could Wendy do this?
No.
The snow builds up on the top on those little ridge lines, and as the heavier and heavier that it becomes, eventually it causes a crest to form, a kind of a crust, and a bottom layer of snow will slide, the top layer of snow will slide down on top of it, and that's what these are from. These are avalanche wrecks.
We're gonna go all the way up. Cause we got it all figured it out. For the both of us, we've been rolling out.
So cool.
Well, we made it to the top, didn't we?
This is amazing. I want to get the sun going right down underneath the mountains.
Yeah. It's cold up here, though.
It's very cold, and we don't have
what
coats.
are we 12,000?
We're almost to 12,000. I think
to
we're at
12.
like 11,700.
Oh, awesome.
When your life's been put on hold for far too long, when the sorrow and despair is growing strong, there
kept you chained. So when you find the strength to really shed your skin, all you really need to do is search within.
We were able to see the sun set on one side of the mountain and then drive through a herd of elk, and on the other side, watch the moon rise. It was the most incredible evening of our entire trip from Washington to the Midwest.
When the road is long and hard and without end, and you feel like nothing's waiting around the bend. Happy birthday, dear Chloe. Happy birthday to you. Hold on to your pride and stand up straight. So there is comfort to be found in living thin. And all you really need to do is search within.
We don't know what lies ahead of us, where we'll go, or what adventures we'll head to next. But one thing we do know is that nowhere else in this country do we feel a pull like Colorado. Who knows? Perhaps we'll settle here someday, but for now, there's much more of this great country to explore. I'm sure we'll be back.
So when you find the strength to really shed your skin,